Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be your week ahead reading, and this is going to be just a energy reading overall. I'm going to use the Soha Mystic and the Radiant Wise Spirit cards. I have each of these cards meditated over, prayed about, all of that. So I'm going to split these in two and find out what your energy is for the upcoming week. There is Justice energy and there is Ten of Swords. So there is this overwhelming feeling that there's been betrayal, there's been backstabbing, there's been lying, cheating, a feeling of being deceived, but that's the end of a very painful cycle. And as Justice is sitting here, our major arcana for the sign of Libra, there is this overwhelming sense that the truth will be discovered, that all of this lies and cheating and stealing and whatever deceptive behavior has been going on behind your back, more than anything, the truth will prevail and the truth will shine through. People will know the truth. If they've believed lies, the truth will be like in their face. Aquarius, this is your energy. I'm going to put these cards back to the side. I'm going to keep the Soha Mystic out. We're going to just jump right into your energy spread. And I'm really using a spread that I learned from one of my favorite tarot card readers from YouTube. His name is Ramblin' Mike. He's an Aquarius. So shout out to Ramblin' Mike. This is a reading that I'm going to do a 5-card movie spread is what he likes to call it. So I don't know if he still does those. I haven't really watched in quite a while, but it was one of my encouragements to become a tarot reader on YouTube was him. So thank you, Ramblin' Mike. This is a recent past, the devil. Aquarius, the devil. And then the high priestess. So that is, there was toxic energy, and then there was you trusting your intuition. And the current energy, the magician. More major arcana. This is 3 major arcana cards. Boom, boom, boom. Future energy for Aquarius. 6 of Pentacles. And future energy, another major arcana, the Hierophant. The Hierophant speaks of the sign of Taurus. It also commitment energy, high priestess, water energy, all the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, magician, screams of Gemini. So let's jump in. We've got earth energy there, 6 pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. This is Leo, and this King of Wands is a definitely an authority figure, definitely boss, daddy, big cheese, speaking their mind, but they're so good looking. They're so charismatic. They're so influential and inspiring. They walk in the room, and even if they have something bad to say, you know, everybody is in awe because they're so good looking. I really just got the image of the lead character. I can't remember what his name was, or in real life or in the show, but the lead character in Mad Men. You know, he was just such a dynamic individual, very influential, very good looking, 3-piece suit, just a dynamic individual, but married at home, but also always had some sort of girlfriend on the side. King of Wands energy, just such a good looking, influential business person out in the world, calling the shots. But that's kind of our overshadowing energy for that first row. So let's get that second row out with the Radiant Wise Spirit cards. Second row here, clarification for the top row. So first of all, let's find out, why is the devil here? What is this devil all about? This devil energy, major arcana for the sign of Capricorn. If you are dealing with the Capricorn, that could be present. But this is your recent past. The devil's clarified with Knight of Swords. Clarify the High Priestess, the Moon. Clarify the Magician, the Judgment card. Clarify the 6 of Pentacles, another devil. 2 devils on your spread here. Why is the Hierophant here? 6 of Swords. Bottom of the deck for you, Aquarius, the Chariot. This is moving ahead, moving forward, taking your self and putting yourself in your vehicle and getting the heck out of here. So for the sign of Aquarius, let's jump in. Clarifying the devil and the Knight of Swords. You definitely want to have a conversation. You are moving towards, or you were, this is your recent past. In your recent past, you were moving towards having almost a clarification conversation. It was you saying, listen, I want to get to the bottom of something. I want to understand, why did you say this? Why did you do this? Why did you act this way? Because the devil is toxic energy. The devil is excessive energy. It's taking something that probably was good at one time and now making it into something that's unhealthy, that's an addiction, that's a toxic behavior. And even if that is conversation, somebody has taken something to a level that, Aquarius, you're no longer available for it. And you spoke out about it. You wanted to say, listen, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's find out why. And why did you say this, do this, act like this? The High Priestess steps in, and that is she who knows. The High Priestess is all that water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and trusting intuition overall. Intuition is king here, High Priestess, but there's moon energy. So we definitely are trusting our feelings, our vibes, but we also know that because the moon is here, more water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. High Priestess is being clarified by the moon, which is like clarifying with a shade. So we're trying to clarify the truth, what we're intuiting, with some shade. It's like the inability to get to the bottom of something because the moon is present. It's like a veil is present and we're not able to see the full truth. We feel it, we know it, but we can't prove it because the moon is here kind of shrouding the truth, putting it inside in sort of some sort of a I don't know, it's like a hidden realm, the moon. I'm not able to know that what I feel is what I feel because I can't prove it. The moon. Your current energy, however, more major arcana, the Magician. This is a major arcana for the sign of Gemini. There is universal energy present. The Magician draws from the heavens as well as drawing from the earth, creating this divine union in the center of their magical abilities. This is card number 1 in the major arcana, the number 1 of the Fool's Journey. The Magician believes and trusts in their ability to manifest their destiny. So Aquarius, in your current present position, you're standing on business. You are creating your future. You're creating your destiny. You're looking out onto the reality that you want, and you know that you've got your cups, your wands, your swords, and your pentacles. You've got all the energies, air, earth, fire, water. Everything you need is available to you. You have everything you need to create your future. And you are making this divine, sacred decision, your judgment call. You are hearing the call, knowing that something is different as you move forward. Something has changed your reality. Whether that was you in your Magician energy, oh, that just broke right on top of that card. Selenite, oh dear. So judgment energy, there was a judgment that needed to be made. There was a judgment that needed to be spoken out, and this is your current energy. As you move into the future, 6 of Pentacles says there will be reciprocity. There will be equal give and take. No more somebody always giving and somebody always receiving. There's going to be balance. There's going to be equal treatment for everybody. It's like being at a workplace where they say, you know, we're equal opportunity employer. That's kind of how you're proceeding in your life. There's going to be equal opportunities for everybody here. But there's some toxicity present. So you just got away from the devil, but the devil's back. The devil is bringing more toxic energy to the scenario. It almost feels like the second that you were able to judgment call, magician, create your future, and it's all like getting some ingredients in a bowl. You're starting to mix up your batter, and then you look down and there's a daggum fly in your batter. And it makes you feel like, well, shit, do I throw the whole batter out or do I just pick the fly out? Because this devil energy keeps popping up. And what that really is it's almost like from the stories of Christianity where the devil doesn't want you to succeed. The devil doesn't want you to have truth. The devil doesn't want you to have fun. The devil, all the bad things. And you know, the second you start to feel like you're getting your life in order, you're creating the world the way you want it to be, magician, and you're trying to have this balance, give and take energy, here comes the devil. Like, oh yeah, well, let me just put a fly in your ointment. And that's really what the devil energy is. To which then Aquarius says, I'm committed. Hierophant is a commitment energy. I'm committed to my marriage. I'm committed to my family. I'm committed to my job. I'm committed. The Hierophant is the major arcana for the sign of Taurus. So if you have any Taurus in your chart or you're dealing with the Taurus, they're showing up. And so it also says, I'm committed, and I'm committed to this. This little fly in the ointment is not going to get the best of me because I am moving away to thoughts that serve me better. This is definitely air energy, Aquarius. So you can relate to the fact that I'm going to think good thoughts. We have 2 sixes, 6 of Pentacles and 6 of Swords. And that is definitely a place of I'm trying to find my level, even ground. I want reciprocity, equal give and take, but I also want a calm, peaceful life. I'm committed to that, Hierophant. Aquarius, this is your reading. I'm going to bring over some oracle cards so that we can give you a couple of extra messages. Oracle cards are a little different than tarot cards. So this tarot card reading is kind of plain and simple, but the oracle cards are a little more open to interpretation. So I want to share those with you and see if you get something different. The gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. And the balsamic moon, a time for healing. A time for healing. You're very close to achieving your goal. Aquarius, this is your reading. Thank you very much for being here. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, and your likes and your follows, your subscribes and your shares are so appreciated. And if you're interested in a personal private reading, the contact information can be found down below on TikTok, on YouTube. Thank you again, Aquarius. Be blessed and be well.